Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to MotoGP 20 has, after a battering race around the circuit of the Americas, we're back around the Tomasdura Hondo circuit. We're down in South America in Argentina for one of the best circuits on the calendar, in my view. But for Kev Stone, will be improved fortunes down here compared to the last time out. Well, in practice one, it's Marquez leading away. That's a bit familiar. Then we've got Dovi, Quartararo, Vinales, Rins ran out of top 5. And have Rossi, Crutchlow, Alex Marquez, Nakagami, and Morbidelli doing pretty well. We've got Alicia Spargo, Miller, Petrucci down in 13th. He never really does well in practice one, it seems. We've got Bagnaia, Mir, Zarco, Spargo, Oliveira, Stone in 19th, splitting the KTM family. Ahead of Binder, Ika, Rabat, and Iannone. Just 1.5 seconds covers the freaking field rounder. So in free practice 2, once again, Marquez ahead of Dovi with Quartararo, Rossi, and Vinales rounding out the top 5. And this is going to be very close between the Yamahas, Ducati, and the Honda. The Suzuki clinging on though. Rins in 7th, just a couple of tenths back. And then we've got Crutchlow, Morbidelli, and Nakagami with another good practice ahead of Jack Miller. Instead of Spargo, Petrucci really got to step it up if he's going to make it through the qualifying 2. And we've got Marquez, Mir, Bagnaia, Stone. A second back, but down in 16th. Ahead of Oliveira, Zarco, Paul Espargo, Ika ran out top 20 ahead of Binder, Rabat, and Iannone, who's a disastrous 1.6 seconds behind. Crazy how close it is. So at the moment, going through, it's Marquez, Dovi, Quartararo, Rossi, Vinales, Rins, Crutchlow, Morbidelli, Nakagami, and Miller with Alicia Spargo and Petrucci maybe going through in qualifying 1 with that pace. Alex Marquez, though, down in 13th, perhaps the biggest surprise. Stone in 16th. So once again, he's got that maybe a point pace once again as Iannone at the back. So Stone actually close to going through to qualifying 2, then being last. That's some progress. Would you believe it? Lap of the gods from Stone as Marquez, okay, he's in the 35, so who cares about that? Then we got Rossi, Quartararo, Dovi, Vinales, blah, 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 Rins, Crutchlow. Stone in 8th. Less than 2 tenths behind Rins, ahead of Alicia Spargo with a great lap on the Aprilia, and Morbidelli round out the top 10. Then we've got Petrucci outside the top 10, Nakagami, Miller, Alex Marquez struggling, even though he's less than a second behind his brother. Then we've got Mir, Bagnaia, Zarco, Oliveira, Paul Espargo, Iannone not last, through by half a second from the last session, good gain. Then we've got Rabat, Binder, and Ika in last. So moving on to qualifying 2 is Marquez, Rossi, Quartararo, Dovi, Vinales, Rins, Crutchlow, and Stone for the first time on the Hertz Suzuki at MotoGP level as well through the qualifying 2, along with Alicia Spargo on the Aprilia. And then Morbidelli on the Petronas, Yamaha, Petrucci, Nakagami, Miller, Alex Marquez, Mir, Bagnaia, Zarco, Oliveira, Paul Espargo, Iannone, Rabat, Binder, and Ika all going through the qualifying 1 where 2 of them will make it through. Surely you've got to think it's the Works, Ducati and Honda, but let's find out. So let's see then who made it through. Jack Miller and Nakagami, not the Works. The Satellite, Ducati and Honda make it through. Petrucci and Marquez have shit the bed. Maybe not in the race. You never know. They might be just setting up for the race. But, okay, I did not expect that. Weird here in Argentina, isn't it? As here goes Stone. The qualifying 2. I did not think I'd be saying those words for a long time at MotoGP level. But, let's see what he can do now. He's with the big boys. So, 35.9 is leading the way. From Marc Marquez, of course. There it is, confirmed. So Stone nicking the B in the low 36s again. So really that. Almost a second quicker than that he's done previously as, oh god. Just going to cruise this lap. Let's get the tyres warmed up and everything. It's a bit cloudy overhead, so a bit cooler conditions should be good for the soft combo here. In qualifying 2, you get the rare 2 laps as well. In qualifying 2, you get to explore this Mazda rear Hondo circuit. As this is going to be the prime overtaking spot into this hairpin. Cannot be buddied. Kev Stone. Amazing, on that lap, he lost those 3/10 in the first sector. The rest of the lap, he matched Marcus. Like, even gained a bit in the final sector. So, what a race. That is incredibly good for Stone and Suzuki. Now, we might have a rear gunner for Rins in the race. It just depends what the weather's going to be like. If it's going to be a bit like qualifying 3, maybe a bit hotter, might work out for Stone. As here we go. Probably the trickiest corner in the whole circuit, this penultimate corner. Into this right hand again, we could see fireworks here in the race. And here we go, proper. At 1 minute 40. Doesn't mean nothing. Now the tyres should be warmed up, everything should be warmed up. First corner, just trying to be patient. Get on that power. In the second corner, you're just driving that bike towards the apex. In the third corner, you're trying to set up the run onto the back stretch here. Maybe lost a couple of tenths, been a bit hesitant. But still, again, just 3 tenths back. First sector is Achilles heel as well. No, saying it's run a bit wide in the old hairpin. That's cost them a couple of tenths, at least. Or half a second. Right, second half of that was definitely better than the first half, though. With a nice tight line there. An insane engine braking into this left-hander. Yeah, the green stuff is legal. I have no idea why that's not been noted at all. So of course going to take advantage of it. And you can see very even in the third split. In fact, slightly quicker than Marcus through that split. As he runs towards the line. Quicker in the final split, 36.5. It's okay. As Marcus on pole by a 10th. Ahead, of course, so the only riders under the 36-second barrier. As Rins rounds out the front row. Then we've got Dovi, Vinales and Rossi. Crutcho alongside teammate Nakagami and Morbidelli on this Petronas Yamaha. In a spot getting in the fourth row of Miller and Stone, who's 7 tenths back. That mid 36, even though it's alright lap in the end. Just that second sector really cost him. Like 3 or 4 tenths there. Otherwise, he could have been challenging for that third row, their qualification goal. But let's see if he can do the race goal of scoring some first points at MotoGP level. Before we go to the race, I changed the race down from 35% to 25% because I've just had enough of doing these MotoGP races, to be honest. I take so long to just get one take where I'm not being wiped out all the freaking time that race temp's coming down. So down to 6 laps instead of only at 9 laps. I can imagine doing like 25 laps, my god. Probably be going insane. So from now on, it's going to be 25% race distance. So 6 laps here. So in the race then, fuel's going up to 7. Of course, you may have noticed a bit of a long back straight. And then tyres is going to be soft medium because in medium it felt really good on... Well, medium felt really good for race pace, but then soft obviously very good for on that base. So a mixture maybe. Hopefully it'll work out. As let's see what the rest of the grid is going for. So medium, soft for Rins. Probably not as hard, medium for Dovi. What the hell? I'm going to tell you what was the direction. Medium hard for Crutcho, soft medium everywhere. Medium soft for Nakagami and Morbidelli. And then looking further back, soft medium for Bagnaia. Medium all the way though, apart from Zarco as well. Medium soft for the Avintia man. And near the back, medium, soft, medium for Ika. Not as much variety as I expected, to be honest. So here's Stone revving up then at the start. As the lights go out here in Argentina. So not the best start for Alicia Spargo. No, like he did. They're staying under pressure from the Ducatis of Petrucci and Bagnaia. He's got Nakagami in front of his LCR Honda. There's all someone down. Mir down. Stone having to be the number 2 Suzuki then here. In Argentina, he's retained 11th behind Jack Mir and ahead. And Danilo Petrucci in a Ducati sandwich. And here comes Alex Marquez. We saw Stone very close to Miller. Getting to know the Aussie well at the moment on this opening lap. And so halfway through it. Cracking start for the Hurt Suzuki though. You can see a top 10 right in front. Oh, no, down the inside of Miller. Miller having none of it. Stone got a superb run on the Australian. Into the final couple of corners. No! Oh, he holds on! Hang on, he's ahead of Miller. That's Crutchlow. He's in 10th. He's in the top 10. At the end of the opening lap, and now he's looking all over the LCR. Cracking opening up here. Well, Stone proving that qualifying was not a fluke at all. He might have something underneath him for the race. Half a second to Miller behind. Alex Marquez still trying to get into the down points. That over Zark over 16th. He's got Nakagami in front now behind his teammate. As Marcus back up to 6th ahead of Zarko. It could be a race-long battle between the two. You know what Olohan's like. Stone 10th ahead of Miller. Not that far back off Nakagami though. Plus line 38.2, 36.7 from Mark Marquez, who leads away ahead of Dovin Quartararo. So on to the third lap here. These races are going to go so quickly now. Just needs to keep riding like this, Stone. Go down the back stretch, get some of that power 2 on. It's still around half a second in front and behind. He's in a comfortable enough bubble at the moment. But it looks like he's catching up to Nakagami. I know Miller's catching up to Stone. Again, he can use that green stuff. Oh, 3/4 a second by into Miller. He might have had it down the inside, the Promet man. It didn't work out for him. As we approach the second half of this race. Stone just 6/10 off the pace. And this circuit really suiting the bike. Well, we've still got a big engine upgrade to come in 5 weeks. As well as that, Smoke's got to 13 ahead of Ika. So this is very promising for Suzuki as well. It's an independent team looking strong. As well, Miller with the absolute dive bomb from 50 metres back. Stone having none of that. Stone holding on. But he's lost a bit of rhythm to the riders in front. No, bike, turn, go. Oh my god, I thought he's a goner there, Stone. Bike just did not stop. Oh, he's been hit. Here come the Ducatis to bully him. And Alex Marquez as well. So the goal is just points, really, for Stone at the moment. Doesn't have to be a top 10. I know the team wants it, but just getting that kind of monkey off the back, getting those first points on the board would be everything here. Swassi batting with Quarter over third. Down the back stretch. Got Alex Marquez all over his tail. Got some momentum since Miller just shoved it down his inside. He did say light damage to the bike though, so don't seem to be too badly damaged to Stone. It's just the momentum lost, really. As they are catching back up to Nakagami, it looks like. In front. On this penultimate lap here. At least he made it through that double left-hander. Going to do final couple corners. The final lap here in South America. Well, you really just dive the bike head first into that first corner and wait for the grip. Oh, a bit wide from Stone. He's got a power 2. Had a 6-10 gap behind though to Petrucci. What is he doing? Sleeping on the final lap. Danilo. Oh, Stone, do not go wide. Oh, what the fuck was that? Well, Danilo woke up and then realised he had to brake. What the hell? It's ambitious, and then there's just bonehead. That was definitely bonehead. There's a second gap behind to Ika. Just a couple of corners to go. As Marc Marquez wins for Honda. How many times have we said that in the last, what, 8 years almost? As points. As Marc Marquez are very comfortable in there by 2.4 cents ahead of Dovi. Just head off Quartararo in the end, and Rossi and Vinales and Rins. And then we've got Morbidelli and Crutcher as well. Comfy ahead of his teammate Nakagami, who's around just less than a second ahead of Jack Miller, rounds out the top 10. With Marquez and Stone. First points of the season in 12th. By 3/10 ahead of Ika. And then we've got Binder, Polar, Spargo at the final point in his K-Team ahead of Zarco. Adisha, Spargo, Bagnaia, Mir, Rabat, Iannone, Petrucci, and Olivia, the only non-points, or non-finisher, should I say. So in the championship, it's 3 for 3 for Mark Marquez, 23 points ahead of Courtois. Dovi up a couple places to 3rd, 7 points ahead of Rins. Bernard drops down to 5th. Rossi up to 6th ahead of Crutchlow. Mordi up to 8th ahead of Miller. Alex Marquez rounds out the top 10 ahead of Nakagami. He's tied on points with the factory Honda. As Benai and Petrucci go down the order. And then we've got Rabat, Mir, Stone up 7 places. The big winner in the championship to 16th ahead of Lacona. And then we've got Olivia down a couple of places. Binder, Zarko rounds out the top 20 now ahead of Espargo. So Alicia Spargo and Iannone yet to score for Aprilia. So in the team's championship, Repsol Honda lead away by 16 points ahead of Petronas Yamaha. And it's normal Yamaha, factory Yamaha in 3rd ahead of Ducati. And Suzuki, LCR Honda, Premac, LCR Honda Japan, Avintia, Tech 3 rounds out the top 10 of Hertz Suzuki. In KTM with Aprilia in last. And in the constructors standings, Honda 23 points ahead of Yamaha, Ducati up to 3rd ahead of Suzuki, then KTM and Aprilia. So not quite the qualifying objective, but direct Q2 access means get some reputation for the race. Come on, not that far away. Is that risk? As for once, perfect. Doesn't last, we know that, but in quick lap sim, look at that. Actually did a lap. Then race sim did not even bother with that. So lots of research going into the frame. As new chief engineer, not really bothered about that. So now, electronics. We've developed what we can. Can we produce anything else? No. What about aero? No. What about frame? Oh, we can. Oh, we can do a couple of things, actually. So reduction of rear tyre consumption. Better distance. And then this is load shift reduction. Got to help reduce chain tension, allow reduced rear compression damping during acceleration, facilitating load shifting, and improving suspension behavior during compression. So let's go with that. Let's get the frame people on it. First of all. And then we've got quite a few people on the engine side. What's that done to engine? 6 weeks, 6 weeks. We'll take that. If we survive that long, no. That moment is touch and go for Stone, despite scoring his first point. Sorry, Kim. You're not really an upgrade, unfortunately. As next up we head to Europe and the Gran Premio Red Bull de España. Round the Circuito de Arango Nieto. And Stone, first points with Hertz. Fantastic pace in qualifying. Not quite there in the race, but you saw it was with a backroom brawl once again with some dive bombs from far away, especially that ridiculous one from Petrucci on the final lap. So we'll see what happens round the rest, where dive bombs will probably be a bit less, but not sure about the pace on the Suzuki. It's a bit of a different circuit then to Mazda or Honda. So sad for watching. We'll find out if Stone could maybe march towards the top 10 next time.